Good morning, everyone. How you doing? It's the 12th of September 2022, and I'm coming on today. It's going to be a bit of a full-on week this week. I've made a few notes in front of me, and I'm going to be pulling from the Metatron deck because this week is about self-responsibility, and this is the self-mastery, self-responsibility deck from Amanda. So this week is about fresh new starts. So looking back over the last month or so and what's been coming up and what you need to change. I said last Friday things needed to change. So we need to take action, and this week life speeds up. So it gives us that energy to actually take some action steps moving forward. So we have 7 planets in retrograde at the moment. Mercury just came into retrograde over the weekend. And retrograde, Mercury always takes us back to the old, to revisit situations that we need to look at or relationships. So there's going to be lots of ideas coming in. You're going to be getting answers and the energy to actually follow through in what's coming up for you and what you need to change within yourself or maybe move away from. So Mercury's in retrograde, as I said, takes you back over old ground. So it takes you back to give you the opportunity to relook at stuff, to let go and move forward. So focus will be on unfinished business. So what was you working on over the last few months that still has some dust, as I call it, lingering, that you need to tie up? So there may be things that you thought you'd healed, and a little layer, just a very thin layer, Metatron's saying, is still there that just needs to be tied up, a little bit more attention on it. So focus will be on unfinished business. And this work needs to be addressed before you move on and do to the next step to bring in the new or next steps you want to take. So it's a tying up energy this week on long outstanding situations. So things that you've been trying to heal for some time, or relationships that you've been trying to communicate better in. It's going to be a tie up long outstanding situations, and the results are going to be much more positive under this Piscean full moon energy that we've just had at the weekend, because it's a watery energy, so it flows, but also we have Uranus, which is just bringing them in a little bit more gentle energy for us to look at our stuff. So it's also going to be about holding yourself accountable. Okay, not blaming anyone else, looking what people are mirroring back to you, what situations are coming up in your life, because after all, we are creating our reality. Where have you been letting yourself down? Metatron's saying, where have you been letting yourself down? So are you, old pains, old situations are going to be coming up. They're going to be highlighted to you. And these are indicators for you to change direction, to make lifestyle changes, to do things differently, to start over and let go of old pains and patterns, relationships, situations, and start over. And to start over, we need to let go. So it's going to help to bring in courage to implement these lifestyle changes that we need to make. So it could be diet, it could be exercise, could be giving up an addiction. Acknowledging and releasing attachments that are keeping us stuck. So we're still very much today under the energy and this week of that full moon in Pisces. But it ultimately is about acknowledging and releasing attachment that are keeping us stuck, but also about self-responsibility. You are responsibility for you and only you, unless you've got children under the age of 18, then you have to be responsible for them as well. But everything else, you can just detach from the drama, detach from situations and relationships that no longer serve you. So let's see what Metatron's got to say. Let's pull a card for the 12th of September. And then I'm going to let you get on with your day. And I'm going to get on with mine. Remember, a new week is a new beginning for you to do things differently. Actually, each day, if you want to break it down to that level, is a new opportunity. Right, what card have we got? Oh, perfect. Communication. So communication today, coming from unconditional love, trying not to get angry, trying not to be triggered, trying to just take a breath, walk away, think about what you want to say, responding rather than reacting with anger and frustration. Done that many times myself, so I'm walking this path with you. But actually taking some time out to like process the situation and think about what you want to say. And you know, sometimes saying nothing at all is key as well, because that's sometimes more powerful. Also, making sure you're listening. I always see this shell as the listening shell. Are you hearing the other person's point of view? Then processing that and coming back and having a conversation. And it doesn't mean because you have one conversation that it's done. You may want to come back and add to that, and that's okay, because you're speaking from integrity, you're speaking from a place of love, you're speaking from the heart. And that's what we need to do. And if we do get angry and frustrated, it's owning that, working through that, and apologising to the other person. Because when we're shouting and screaming, and I know this from first-hand experience, the other person's not lifting, it's just going whoosh. Write it down, get it out the body, burn it, and then try and have a conversation from a place of love. And also being aware that sometimes we have to disagree with each other and just try and find a middle ground, but setting boundaries as well so that they're not crossed. So allowing what you feel you want to let into your life and what you don't. That's key. So today's card is communication. Have a fantastic day. Have some good communication. And remember that inner dialogue with yourself as well. Be kind to yourself. Have loving words for yourself. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye for now.